Right? Today what we're talking about, you guys, is why people aren't buying your stuff. Okay, so if you ever are asking yourself the question, oh my gosh, why aren't people buying my stuff? Let's go ahead and get into it, okay? That's what we're gonna be talking about today. So, first things first, let me let you know that you guys can win stuff. So the way that you do that is you subscribe to the YouTube channel, comment on the YouTube videos, share the YouTube videos into social media, tagging myself or my business page in it, and one person every single week is gonna get a tap on the shoulder and we're gonna say, hey, we're gonna send you something. So there is that. Let me get that off of here. Okay, now let's get into it. So why aren't people buying your stuff? It's like the age-old question. And there's many answers. That's the thing. So whenever people come to me and they're like, I don't know why, why I'm not getting sales and stuff like that, in our conversations. There's a lot of questions for me to ask to be able to start going down the rabbit hole of why they specifically aren't getting sales. But I'm going to go over the most common reasons why, so you guys can be, checking off if any of those are potentially yours, okay? Because they're the most common, okay? Number one is you haven't added value before you actually start offering things, okay? So you sort of just come out of the gate, maybe you join an opportunity, maybe you just created a course in the shadows that nobody knew about and had no idea was coming. You created no audience for it, and all of a sudden one day we're like, here's my thing, buy it, and everybody's like, what just happened, right? It's almost like you walked into a coffee shop and everybody's having a good time and they're sitting and they're chatting it up. It's kind of like social media to me. It's how I imagine it. Sometimes it gets a little gruff, but that's not really my social media. I don't really see that a whole lot, but I know it happens because I hear. And so they're all sitting around in this coffee shop and they're just chatting away and da-da-da, and you burst through the door, you slam the door open, it hits the wall on the way back, it slams open so hard. You stand in the doorway knowing darn well that what you have is precisely what they need. You do the Superman stance and you say, it is delivered. I have made you a thing. Here's how much it is. Here's the link, go buy it. And everybody's sitting around in the coffee shop like, what just happened? Who is this? Do they know what they're talking about? Are they crazy? Right? You have to understand that whenever you work on things in silence and not even letting people know what's coming, they can't even be primed to know that there's a thing that they're waiting on from you. Does that make sense? I've done it myself. I have been the person who busted the door open, stood there, and was like, it is delivered, right? And people are like, what are you talking about? And that was because I myself made that same mistake. I forgot to prime people. I forgot to let them know it's coming. I forgot about my own launch strategy. I didn't even do it, I got too excited, too busy, too lazy. I can call that out in myself too. Can you be honest with yourself and say that maybe you're too lazy sometimes? It's only with true honesty we're going to be able to grow, you guys. Okay, so that is a big reason why people don't buy stuff, okay? Is because they have no idea where it came from. They have no idea if it's for them. It's just kind of like thrown at them, for lack of a better term, and then they're like, oh, what is this? I'm not even, it takes, the statistic, you guys, is somebody needs to see something, hear about something 7 to 12 times before they make a buying decision. 7 to 12 times, right? Oh my gosh, that's a lot of times. And so whenever you just tell somebody that you have something available, that's not 7 to 12 times. That's one time. And you do have what is called low-hanging fruit, or your people that just love you, love you, love you. They will buy dirty socks from you. They will wash those socks and send them back and not ask for a refund. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are those people in your life and they'll probably buy what you're selling, but that's your low-hanging fruit. You're looking at 2 to 3% of your people. Okay. So if you have 100 friends, maybe 2 to 3 of them are going to do that. Yeah, it's kind of a scalable number there. Okay, guys. So whenever you do that, don't be surprised. If you have not built up the foundation, built up the audience, provided value, all of that stuff, this is the stuff, just in case you're like, but how do I do that? This is what I teach in HBR, okay? I teach how to do this so incredibly gracefully and without ads. Just, that's what HBR is all about, okay? So that is one thing that, because I mentioned HBR, I do have to say this. Hang on real quick, because I don't want to have to like circle back. To get into HBR, if you have questions about it, just go to Livin the Dream with Martha. It's my Facebook business page. Message me the words, let's do this, rainbows and unicorns, whatever you want. It's going up in price. Somebody caught me on the numbers the other day. It's 85%. It's going up 85% here in the next couple of weeks. Make sure you jump in before that happens. You're still going to get the value of when it goes up in price, but you won't have to pay for it. So there's that. All right, let me get out of there. And so that's a big mistake that people make, all right? Now, another mistake that people make is they make things, create things that people don't want, okay? They're like, I want to make this, you know, I want to do this, I want to make this. Let's understand, that's the part of the sentence that's wrong. We should always have our finger on the pulse of our people. If you don't know who your people are, again, HBR, okay? We should always have the finger on the pulse of our people, and we should be able to say, this is what they need. I know that this is what they need. This is what they're telling me they need. This is how I can be able to serve them. And then what you do, guys, is part of that is going to be free content. So if you look at, I've got a couple groups. One group is strictly a network marketing group, like where I help all network marketers everywhere. That's Crush Your Network Marketing Business Without Feeling Gross. You like that title? I'm doing a 90-day run in there, okay? Totally free. But I'm guiding people through their business there. I have another group called Families Creating Legacies. And that's for people that just want to create business from home. And it's not necessarily network marketing. It's all of the income streams, right? And in that, I have, if you go in the guide section, I have 90 days to turn your side gig into your main gig. That's a 90-day run, okay? These are things that I knew because I listen to what they're saying, to their vitals, right? I know that's what you need, so I'm going to give it to you. And then beyond that, it's just like there are courses and HBR and stuff like that that take people through the do this, do that, do this, do that, wash, rinse, repeat, the systems, the group coaching, the everything else that goes along with it, the lifetime support, all of that, that's in, you know, programs. But I give so much value up front for no dollars. And that's because my job is to nurture and sustain my people and to help my people get their wins, to get where they deserve to go. And then whenever they decide they want to go further, that's where the programs are, right? But that's a graceful way to do it, you guys. You can't just, here's the thing, I made it, I wanted to make it, and then the people are going to be like, yeah, but I don't need it. If your people can't self-identify as needing something, you guys, or as wanting something, it doesn't matter. They're not going to buy it. They're not going to move down that journey with you. It could be the best thing ever for them. But if they don't understand why they want it, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, okay? So that's another huge reason why people don't buy things. Third biggest reason, this is probably actually the biggest, is you don't know how to talk about your thing, okay? You don't know how to connect language, okay? You don't know how to say the right words the right way. Whether it be in social media posts about your stuff, or whether it be in, if you have a lead group, talking about it in your lead groups, right? or on your sales page altogether. You don't know how to talk about it in a way that people realize it's for them, right? That's of utmost importance, because if you're reading, just think about you. When you're reading a social media post and you're like, oh, this looks nice, this looks cool, you're going to keep reading, right? But the moment that you're like, this isn't for me, that's where you stop reading and you keep scrolling. Or if somebody gets too long-winded about what they've done, right? Well, I made this, and I created this, and I did this, and I did this, and I made this for you, and it's this many hours, and da-da-da-da-da. And it's really just all of the mechanics of what they're selling you, right? And you're like, this is not sexy. This is not helpful. This is not what I want. You need to be able to answer that question. Is this what they want? Because a lot of people will be like, everybody in the world needs this. Sure, everybody needs it. Everybody needs to eat whole foods every day. Everybody needs to take their supplements in the world that we live in right now. Everybody needs to drink X number of glasses of water a day. How many people do that? It's because they don't want to. What do people want? I hope that just shook some of you. Because that's the thing. Yeah, everybody needs it, sure. And that's why you're going so crazy, because you're like, everybody needs this. Why don't they know? Why don't they know? Because you haven't shown them why they want it. Okay? Just so you know, the link is in the description of this video, but I have a workshop coming up. And it's when I get home from Dallas. So I speak in Dallas, and then I come home and run this workshop immediately. So it's next Tuesday. Jump into this workshop, because here's the other thing that we just added to it. And it's way inexpensive for what you're getting. The next thing that we just added to it is the fourth thing that is stopping you from having people buy your stuff. Getting through your own personal blocks of selling. You might be like, Martha, I feel like I can't write the right words. Okay, you're never ever going to be able to write the right words if you don't understand why you have these blocks about selling stuff and how to get through those blocks about selling stuff, because you cannot outwork your own doubts and your own fears. Does that make sense? You cannot outwork and you cannot out-earn your own doubts and your own fears. If you doubt yourself, and if you're scared of selling, you're scared of what somebody's going to think of you, and you're scared of this, and I don't know if this is going to, you're not, it's good. We have to get through that part. And so that's the very first thing that we're actually going to be doing in this workshop. And it will be worth the cost of admission, period. Okay? And that, again, is Tuesday. It's going to be Tuesday. The link is in the description of this video. Welcome to join in. That is going to be the live one. People are always going to ask, is there a recording afterward? Yeah, absolutely. You'll have a recording afterward. Okay? But this is where you're going to be here. You're going to be with us live. We're going to go through this thing, right? We're going to go through those blocks, because until you can make it through those blocks, seriously, nothing else matters. But when you get through those blocks, everything on the other side is nothing but success, because those are the blocks, your success blocks, your money blocks, your selling blocks. Those are the blocks that are keeping you right here, where you're like, I don't know why I can't go any further. I don't know why. And it's because of these, like, they're simple. They're such simple blocks. And for us to just kind of push them to the side, it's almost like, it's like you're going through a tunnel. I imagine Super Mario Brothers, but whatever. It's like you're going through a tunnel, and then you just get this like wall in front of you. And you're like, I can't go anywhere, and I can't go backwards, and I'm supposed to go forward here, but obviously I can't go anywhere. This is going to be like crushing, like you just magically get this hammer, and then you can crush the blocks in front of you and keep moving. That's what it is, okay? I'm so excited, and I just thought of it this morning. Before, it's like the sales acceleration workshop, which is what I'm talking about, is we're going to talk about how you can create copy for your stuff and how you're going to create the right social media resources and how you're going to make sure that people understand what you're selling is for them and being able to really communicate it well. That's what we're doing. How to be able to have good CTAs or call to action at the end of your blog post that actually do something, guys, that actually move people in a direction, right? That's what we're doing. But then this morning I was like, oh my gosh, none of that matters if they have blocks about selling. And so we need to add that to it. And did we raise the price? No. We're just adding it to it because, you guys, at the end of the day, my job is to make sure you can do the thing. And if it requires a little something else for me to help you to do the thing, then add it in and don't raise the price. I don't care. My job is to help you do the thing. Okay? So there is that. I love you guys so much. I'm getting a little late on time. Carolyn, Big Think is for that. Big Think is also amazing. If you're in Big Think, give me a heck yes. Big Think is this on steroids. Good steroids, I mean, I guess. Tammy, what is the cost? It is, oh gosh, what is the cost? I can't remember. Click on the link. I can't remember. I'm so sorry. We have had a busy, busy week. Megan, this is so true. Once I got rid of those blocks, I went from 13 years of no success to taking off like a rocket and retiring my husband in just a few months. There it is, guys. This is what we're doing. This is what we're not playing around, you guys. 2022 is for my people. Let's go. Let's go. Jump on and let's go. 197. Thank you, Megan. Heck yes. Boom. All right, you guys. I'm getting out of here. Love you.